Aries, this is your read mid-September. This is your read mid-September. I'd like to welcome all of you. My soul recognizes your soul. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so. Be happy to have you join the channel here. We are going to get started. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries. Sure, man. Aries. Aries. One more card, please. Oh man, two. Okay. Receiving messages. Hold on, wait. Okay, Aries, you could have been waiting for something. You could have been waiting on some type of message, some type of information to come in. You could have been waiting on someone, an individual, to come towards you, and that may not have happened as of yet. I feel as though in the distant horizon, I feel as though there's someone that is headed your way, headed your direction. It could be here in the near future. It could be next month. It could be 2 months from now. I feel as though you've been waiting on something to happen. You've had some type of hopes and expectations of someone coming towards you. And I feel as though that may not have happened as of yet. You may have received some type of clarification that it is there's some kind of delay in this expectation. There's some type of delay that's happening that's slowing down this process of someone coming towards you. We have the Three of Swords here as the overall energy here. There could have been some type of heartbreak happen, whether it's with you or with this expectation, someone that you've been waiting on, this person that you've been waiting on. You may have received some type of bad news. Either way, I feel as though you're no longer waiting. You're no longer waiting. You're moving forward. And I feel as though even though you're moving forward, you might be still feeling a little residual effects from having to move forward without someone. But I feel as though we're going to keep going. It's this expectation for Aries here. What is this? Wow. We have the Knight of Swords. There's a message that's coming in to you. I feel as though this was some type of communication that happened rather abruptly, rather quickly. It was an expectation that you wasn't expecting. You wasn't expecting the news that you got or the information that you got. You wasn't expecting that information. It possibly may have thrown you for a loop. Expectations. Either way, you chose to move forward because there was a potential. You didn't want to feel as though you were being held back. You had to make a decision with this Two of Wands whether you were going to move forward or whether you were just going to stay there and continue to wait on something or someone that was not coming. Or something that had something that you may have perceived that was coming, but it was being held, it's being held up. What's this message here? What's this message? We have the Six of Swords. So it was this Six of Swords here. This is you making an executive decision to move forward. To move on towards something that's a little bit more fulfilling for you. I feel as though there may have been some hesitation. The hesitation was you being unsure and uncertain whether it was the right thing to do. But ultimately you decided it was the best thing to do, serving your highest good. Tell us more about this message. Tell us more. This message brought you some type of clarity. Eight of Pentacles. You may have still wanted to put some work in. You may have still wanted to fight for the connection. You may felt as though you wanted to continue to fight for the connection, but I felt as though the confusion was that you were afraid to move forward without this individual. You were possibly had doubts about moving forward without this individual. It could have been you could have been dealing with a Leo, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. I feel as though at some point you were confused on whether or not it was the correct thing to do, the right thing to do, and there was a lot of conflict about it. There was a lot of uncertainty about it. But I feel as though you received, ultimately in the end, you received some type of clarification that it would be in your best interest to just move forward towards your own happiness. And it may have broken your heart to leave something or someone behind, but you ultimately feel as though you had no choice. This distant horizon. What is this distant? Okay. We have the World. I feel as though you possibly saw that things weren't going to change, or you felt that things weren't going to change, that things were going to stay the same. You may have been hoping that things would change or a situation would get better, and it didn't. Ultimately, it did not. Things just did not get better. You felt as though you were possibly going to repeat a cycle or keep going through the same issues that you were having and hoping for a different result, and not getting a different result, getting the same old. Distant horizon for Aries. Just distant horizon. Oh man. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Seven of Cups. So I feel as though with this King of Wands, you may look away from your options, or may not have even felt as though you had any options. What in the world? Is it a magnet on this card? Really? What is this? Okay. You may have felt as though you didn't have any options. You may have chose to dismiss any other options that you had, potentially. You only to focus on one individual, and focusing on that individual, this mature man here, you come to the realization that there's some shady business going on here. You felt as though something shady, some shady things and shady business was happening. And I feel as though this individual could possibly, there was some shadiness going on with this individual. Something just did not set right within you. And I feel as though whatever that was leaving you feeling uneasy and uncertain, like something more was going on. There was something more going on. It just had not been revealed to you. But I feel as though afterwards, at some point, somebody let something out. Somebody may have accidentally spoke a word or said some things, or in the midst of an argument, y'all possibly got into an argument. And things were said, and I felt as though that led to you ultimately making a decision to make the choice to walk away and move on. Somebody said something. They could have been using hurtful words and hurtful things to deliberately hurt you, just to keep you in a confused state of mind. What does this mature man say? What does this mature man? What did he say? Oh man, that's a lot. Well, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So someone did not want to be committed. So that was communicated. That was the communication that happened with this individual. That's what they said. Someone told there was some truth being spoken about someone not wanting to be committed. Yeah, that was said. Someone didn't want a commitment. We have the Three of Wands here, hoping that you receive some type of situation, hoping that you receive a great outcome, but the outcome did not turn out to be a great outcome. In fact, it ended things with the Death card. There was an end to a situation that was long standing, where Five of Pentacles, and that end led to you no longer being left out in the cold with an individual, from a certain connection. You may have felt isolated and alone, but I feel as though with this Three of Wands here in the High Priestess, you knew something was deep down within, that whatever didn't set right with you was information being held back and given to you at a certain point and a certain time. We have the Six of Cups, about a past relationship, about something from the past, and someone having options with this Seven of Cups. having a lot of options and causing a lot of conflict and a lot of strife within a connection with this Five of Wands, battling for no reason. But the reason they were battling and being combative is because they didn't want to be someone didn't want to commit. Yeah, someone didn't want to commit, and they may have also been dealing with someone from their past. So someone did not want to commit, and that's what they were hiding. That they didn't want to commit, and that they were hiding the fact that they were dealing with someone from their past that they didn't want to let go. With the Five of Pentacles here, the Five of Wands here, they were dealing with someone from their past, holding on to past flings and past relationships. And we have the Seven of Cups here. And the Death. They didn't want to let go. Someone didn't want to let go of the past. So they may not have told you that, verbally expressed that, but their actions possibly led up to you at some point feeling left out in the cold and abandoned, with your expectations going unmet, and it left you heartbroken with this Three of Swords here. So yeah. And the Knight of Swords, they committed and expressed some information about not wanting commitment, or not being committed or devoted to you or a situation. So yeah, that's what we have here, Aries. Anything else Aries needs to know, Spirit? Is there anything? Look at that. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. The conditions for this situation that you are in aren't favorable right now. Wait and look into other options. Yeah, there you go. Clear cut said, for your messages from your angels. So I feel as though there's a decision with this Two of Wands. There's a decision that is on the table for you, and it's whether you're going to continue hold on to some type of expectation with someone who is dealing with other people from their past, or and continue to work on trying to repair something that is just not favorable at this time. Spirit says it. So yeah. So the decision is yours. Everyone has free will. So thank you guys for stopping by, and until next time, remember to do everything with love, strength, and grace going forward. Aries child.